Arcane is one of the best animated shows to come out, if not the best, and season 2 of Arcane just wrapped up, and damn, I have a lot of thoughts on it, like how the first season of Arcane is better than the second season, but I don't think that is a controversial take. I mean, it's kind of obvious that season 2 of Arcane was rushed so that the people making the show could get to other League of Legends material. That's understandable because the budget per episode for these episodes are insane. I think it was around $250,000 per episode, and even if the story of season 2 wasn't as good as season 1, the animation alone is good that it carries it. But don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those people who think the second season was absolutely bad because it was rushed. Not at all. I really enjoyed the second season, but it wasn't as coherent and cohesive as the first one. A lot of concepts or plot threads get introduced and they get resolved quickly. Things didn't get time to breathe and fleshed out, but even if that was the case, the story managed to be gripping and hit you with unexpected hard-hitting emotional moments. For me, one of those moments was when Warwick was attacking Vi, Powder, and Isha, and Vi screams Vander's name, and we cut to that flashback of their mother being pregnant with a child and Vander giving it a name which was Vi, and then we cut to the scene where they were hugging. Damn, that was one of the most wholesome, tear-jerking scenes I've seen in any media this year. Also, I really liked Powder's character progression. In season 1, she felt like she was this irredeemable character who's going to be causing problems after problems, and there wasn't going to be anything to her other than that. At least that was what she felt like to me. But in season 2, her redemption arc was good in my opinion, even though I'm not a fan of what happened to her at the end of the final episode. The interaction with her and Isha was a good way of doing it, and I've seen people say Isha was just a device to redeem the character of Powder and make her more likable. I mean, I can't argue with that because that is kind of true, but at the end of Act 2 of season 2, her sacrifice was hard-hitting. Also, one thing that season 2 lacked that helped season 1 massively was a really good antagonist. Silco was a very good antagonist for season 1 and really elevated the story to crazy heights, and I feel like that was absent in season 2. We got Victor with his Messiah thing to be the final boss, but I think it would have been way better if that role was fully given to Ambessa. She had everything going her way to be a really good final boss. She was lurking in the background from season 1, conniving and scheming. She also already has deep ties to the important characters that we care for. In my opinion, it would have been better if the final stand was against her, but that's not to say I didn't enjoy the whole thing that was going on with Victor and Jace. I know I've said Ambessa's plotline has been brewing since the first season, but to be fair, so does Victor's and Jace's plot thread. I really like the way the final parts of Act 2 of season 2 made us side with Victor with his whole Messiah saving people thing and how it made us hate Jace. At least for me that was the case until we saw the whole thing that transpired when Jace went to the future in the post-apocalyptic Piltover, and in Act 3 we see what sort of damage messing with the Arcane hex core thing does. I really love the way in which Arcane introduces characters or ideas and completely subverts our viewpoint. It was just so good. Also, another part of the story I really liked was episode 7 of season 2, where we saw Echo in that alternate timeline having a peaceful life with everyone. It was really wholesome seeing Echo with Benzo, who was a parental figure to him. Also loved every moment he had with alternate timeline Powder, the way he was very averse to interact with her for obvious reasons, and the way he warmed up to her, and the romance was really good. Another character arc that I really liked was Caitlyn's journey, her wanting to take revenge on Powder and being tunnel visioned and losing sight of herself, and her relationship with Vi falling apart as a result, and their eventual makeup was part of the story that I think suffered the most from the story being rushed, but regardless, I think it was done well with the time they had to tell it. I mean, they just shot Maddie and Caitlyn didn't care. That just shows you that not enough time was given for things to play out naturally. Also, what happened to Signed the mad scientist looks like he just sailed off to the sunset after causing all that harm and destruction. And again, I wish Ambessa was more fleshed out as a character and more focus was put on her to be the final antagonist protagonist. Also, I felt like Powder's sacrifice was unnecessary. Maybe it's because I wanted a wholesome ending where all the characters we were rooting for got a happy ending, but overall, even though I had some problems with season 2 for Arcane and it didn't live up to season 1, I still really enjoyed it, and it had some of the most emotional scenes I've seen in media in 2024. Yeah, that's all I had to say. If you've made it this far, please make sure to like and subscribe, and with that said, see you in the next one.